Okay, welcome back to mathematicsclass.org. It says part B of question 6 of the January 2017 paper. It says the diagram below shows a square ABCD inside a circle. The vertices of the square lie on the circumference of the circle. Good. The length of the side is 11 centimeters. Show that the diameter of the circle is 11 square root of 2. I'd already copied it here. Right. My mathematicsclass.org website you visited. Alright, here. Let's look at what is happening in this part of the question. This is 11 centimeters. Let me just note that 11 cm. Show that the diameter of the circle is 11 square root of 2. Now, in showing that, look at this. You have AB, you have BC, and you have AC. It is a right angle triangle, and they say it is a square, 11 centimeters. So this is 11 centimeters too, right? That's 11 centimeters also. But the thing is, the diameter of the circle is AC. So this is really the diameter. You must show that it is 11 times square root of 2. You know what you're supposed to do here, right? When you tried it, were you able to show this? What method did you use? Let's use the Pythagoras Theorem. Here, AC, the diameter, is the hypotenuse. What Pythagoras Theorem says, and it's in the formula sheet as well. If you have, alright, let's say this is A, and you have a right angle triangle. This side is A, B, and C. Then A squared, the square on the hypotenuse, is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. It is one of the other side square plus the other side square. So in this case, the hypotenuse square, let's call the hypotenuse D. D squared is equal to one of the other side square, 11 squared, plus the third side squared, 11 squared. Good. Now, without multiplying out the 11 square and getting all of those big numbers, let's try not to do that yet. 11 square plus 11 squared is what? Is 2 multiplied by 11 squared. Right? You see that? Now, this is saying that D squared is equal to 2 times 11 squared. But it's D that they want, the diameter. What do you do to turn D squared into D? You square root D squared. But if you square root D squared, you must square root the other side as well. 2 by 11 squared. Now the square root of D squared is D. Guess what? You can separate the 2 and the 11 squared. No. Let's say square root of 2 multiplied by the square root of 11 squared. Now D equals, what is the square root of 11 squared? It is just 11. The square and the square root cancel each other and leave the number untouched. So it's square root of 2 times 11. So you can write this as D is equal to 11 times square root of 2. So they ask you to show it. You just write beside what you did shown. Good. Now, let's look at what else they're asking for in this question. Write your answer to 2 decimal places. Calculate the area of the circle. Alright, let's copy this and put it on our other screen, our whiteboard here. I'm going to need some space, you know. Let's put this here. Let's cover this part here. Let's put it right here. And we want the area of the circle. I think we're going to need the 11 square root of 2. We're going to need it. So let's just get rid of this DIA and write 11 square root of 2. Good. And then let's just erase the previous work that we did over here. Alright, nice. So we're ready for the next part of the question. The area of the circle. Now, the area of a circle is pi times r squared, pi multiplied by the radius squared. Right? We want to calculate that. So the area of this circle is pi. You could use the full pi on a calculator, right? You could make a note that you're using the approximation 22 over 7 or 3.14 or 3.142. But let's use 3.142 here and multiply by the radius squared. But the radius is half the diameter, so the diameter is 11 square root of 2. Let's half that, divide it by 2 and square. Right? You could just get the numbers on your calculator and just use plain numbers. But let's try a little thing here. I want to play around with doing this a bit and just use pi. So the area is pi times, now 11 square root of 2 over 2 means 11 squared times square root of 2 squared over 2 squared. So it is pi times 11 squared. 11 squared is 121 times the square root of 2 squared is 2 over 2 squared is 4. So it would amount to, well, pi times 121 divided by 22, 124, 2. Right? As plain numbers, that's what you would get. In what they call third form, in exact form, this is what you would get. But if you want to take the numbers out now, pi by 121 over 2. Let's use a calculator. So let's use a full pi, which I would want you to do on a calculator. Where's my pi? Pi, let me clear it first. Pi times 121 is that divided by 2 equal 190 point, they say 2 decimal places, no? 190.07. We're stopping at there, but since this 6 is the one that follow, and we take this 6 and add 1 to it, so 190.07. So what we have is what we have is 190.07, and it's in centimeter squared. Always remember to write down the units. Alright, now let's see what else they're asking for. The area of the square. They want the area of the square. Let's put this there. They want the area of the square. This is alright. So let's get rid of this part of the question, and we know the area of the circle already. I don't think we're going to use it in the next part. Let's get rid of these things to make some space in case we need a space over here. So the next thing they ask for is the area of the square. Let's write it here. Area of the square. Now 11 by 11. So the area of the square would be, it's 11 wide multiplied by 11 high equals 121 centimeter square. So the area of the circle so far is 190.07. In case we need it, let me just write it here, centimeter square. The area of the square, we see that is 121 centimeter squared. See what else they want. The area of the shaded section. Oh, and then question 6 will be finished at that point. So let's take this, let's copy this and put it on our whiteboard over here. They want the area of the shaded section. Good. Now, area of a shaded section. Let me just what's going on? Alright, nice. Let me just get rid of these figures here. Now, the shaded section. What are you going to do about this part? Let's see. Look at this. We have a shaded section here. The thing is, if we should consider the circle and we take the area of the circle, let's shade the circle. Alright, let us shade the circle. Not the circle, the square. Let's shade the square, I should say. Let's shade the square. Good. If we consider shading the square, then what would happen here is that outside of that you would have this here. Let me use a different color. Outside of that you would have this, you would have this, you would have this, and of course this is already shaded. So we would have 4 shaded areas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it seems as if we consider the area of the circle and remove the area of the square, we would get the area of this shaded area, this shaded area, this shaded area, and this shaded area. Right? That's what would happen. So let's do that. The area of a circle minus the area of a square is 190.07 minus 121.00. So 7 minus 0 is 7, 0 minus 0 is 0. 190. 0 minus 1 will make this 9. This is 8 minus 2 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you get 69.07 centimeters squared as the remaining area. Alright? That's what would happen. You see that? Then this 69.07 is representing all 4 shaded areas. They only shaded one of those areas and ask you to find it. So therefore, what do we need to do? Is say the 69.07. We need a quarter. Divide this by 4. Right? So the 69.07 divided by 4 is 69.07 over 4, 17.2675. But I remember them asking for 2 decimal places, so you will stop at the 6. But the number that follows 6 is 7, so you add 1 to the 6, so you're going to get 17.27. So the answer will be 17.27. The shaded area is 17.27. I write the unit centimeters squared. Right? So that's it for question 6 for now. We'll do question 7 later on. Alright, good. So there you have it. Question 6. So I'll see you later for question 7.